Coach, 2-0 in conference play, emotional, and just talk to me how you're feeling.
Man, first I would just like to give Santa Clara tons of respect and credit. That was an unbelievable college basketball game. Great environment, a lot of momentum swings, a lot of lead changes, a lot of probably opportunity for both teams to maybe crumble in some situations, and neither team did. Continue to just fight, and that's what college basketball is all about. That environment, the emotions of that game, and I can't say enough about our team. Just the resiliency that they showed to just keep battling. That was as much adversity as we've probably faced from a defensive standpoint to this point of the year. And for our guys to just kind of stick with it and understand that nothing was going to be pretty tonight, but just figured out a way to get enough stops. And I thought our ability to take care of the ball and operate offensively. Sometimes, the offense needs to bail out the defense and vice versa. And tonight I thought we played as good as we've played to this point from an offensive standpoint, and all the credit to the guys. Sometimes you just have to figure out a way to win, and credit to our guys for sticking with it for 45 minutes. And just can't say enough how proud I am of them.
Like you said last game, sometimes when it comes to crunch time, you got to just get the ball in your best players' hands. Just talk about the leadership from Marcus and Malik from when they got here to where they are now.
Yeah, I think both of them, start with Marcus. He's learning, or has learned, what winning looks like. And when he first got here, there were moments where we'd probably make some losing plays, and he's eliminated a lot of those and just learned what it means to be a winning player. So for him to have 8 assists, 2 turnovers, to run our team, to step up and make some really big plays when we needed it. He made a big 3 down 4, I think with 18 or 19 seconds left, where all intents and purposes, if he misses that shot, the game's probably over. And those are big time, just winning type attitude. And I think him and Malik both embody that. Malik never thinks the game is over, and is a warrior in every sense of the word. We're getting used to seeing those scoring runs that Malik goes on, but he brings so much more to our team from a heart, leadership, and just a belief standpoint. Can't say enough about both those two guys.
Kind of touching on Malik, his ability to do everything, back-to-back games with 7, 8 rebounds, both season highs. Have you challenged him on the glass specifically, or what have you seen on that effort? Yeah,
I think he's trying to stuff the stat sheet, and we talked about him not rebounding the ball the way that he's capable of. And I think him and Tyrone, especially those two guys, have kind of upped what they're doing on the defensive glass for us, and we need more of it. Malik's talented enough to score, to guard, to rebound, to facilitate. He can do all that. And I want all our guys being complete players. And I think that's probably what I'm most happy with him, is him learning how to affect the game in different areas.
Robbie Beasley might not show up in the stat sheet, but seems like he affects winning no matter what. When he gets on the floor, just talk about his efforts.
Yeah, I trust him. Number one, he is a winning player in every sense of the word. He's ready anytime his number is called. He's an ultimate team guy. He'll guard 1 through 4, doesn't care what the matchup is. He will do whatever is suited for our team to win. Whether that means defend, rebound, take care of the ball, whether that means step up and make 2 big threes in the corner like he did in the first half. He's just a really squared-away kid, as is Ryan. That's kind of how their family is built. But can't say enough about him and just kind of what he's bringing to our group from a veteran leadership standpoint.
24 minutes from Ben and Bosi off the bench. Just talk about your trust in him so early on.
Yeah, he's developing kind of before our eyes, and the more minutes he plays, I think the more you'll see how he can affect the game. But for a freshman, his physicality, his ability to switch 1 through 4, and his ability to play make as a bigger perimeter guy, I think are all kind of qualities that our team needs. And really proud of him. His free throws are going to square themselves out. but to step to the line and at least make one in that moment that he did, again, speaks to him, and he's a winning player too. Proud of all our freshmen. I think James O'Donnell, Tyrone Riley is a beast, and those guys are going to be great players here on the Hilltop. Just happy they're here.
You doubled them up on the fast break. Was that an area you felt you could exploit them prior to the game?
Yeah, I thought our pace was kind of what got us back into the game, especially in the first half. I thought we picked up the pace of the game. And even in the second half, I thought maybe there were some segments where they might have got a little winded, and we were able to get out and get some early attacks. And again, credit to our guys. We've been talking about playing with better pace offensively, and good to see kind of the results of that, scoring 97 points in an up-tempo game.
First overtime game of the year, does that help you moving forward at all, or are you just on to the next?
I mean, we'll take the win any way it comes. Probably not in the moment, but after the fact, I enjoy that we figured out a way to win. Facing adversity and getting the game to overtime. And I thought in the overtime segment, to hold them 28% or, that was as good as we were all game. And we were 60%, 3 of 5 from the floor in overtime. So we found a way. Sometimes you just have to find a way to get it to overtime and play another 5 minutes. And credit to our guys for, as I said, just being tough, man. I love our team. I love what we can become. And I think this was a learning and a growth statement for us.
Speaking of overtime, you had a tough overtime game at Pacific last year. You have another chance to go back there this week coming up. Just preview that matchup.
Yeah, new coach who's going to do great things with their program. I have a lot of respect for him in the way that he coaches on both sides of the basketball. I know they haven't got off to a great start in conference, but this will be their first home game. I know they'll be excited to play. And we need to approach road games with good intent. We haven't won a road game yet this year, and that's going to be the message, is enjoying it tonight. But when we come back to work tomorrow, it's on to the next, and it's getting ready to win on the road. Winning on the road is incredibly difficult. I don't care where it is. So we'll have our hands full on Thursday night, but I think our guys will be excited for the challenge.